Ooh, hey, we're recording, and I'm not listening to anything really. What is this bunch of bull crap? Video successfully being recorded, but audio has not been detected. You know what? That's a bunch of crap. It's told me that before, and it's always fine. So, I am walking on a cloud tonight because something that I've wanted very badly, and that I thought I'd have to wait a very, very long time for, is happening, it seems. I hope I don't jinx it by talking about it. Okay, you guys know I've mentioned Yoville and that I love to go play Yoville on Facebook. I also have it on one of my MySpace accounts as well, but I forget to sign into it, so it doesn't matter. The whole thing that got me into Yoville was that you got to have a little house, little apartment, and you got to decorate it and earn money to buy little stuff to decorate it with, and I've always been real into architecture and interior design and all that. I love it. I'm real interested in it. But because of my life situation, it's been very rare moments that I've gotten to actually indulge that. And even then, not in any great way. I'm looking for some nail clippers. But it seems that now with Falcon having a job again, we started talking about how our relationship has not been a terribly happy one recently. Both of us have been kind of dissatisfied, not with each other really, but just with our lives in general. And we need some changes. We need some space around us. It's weird and difficult being a new young couple and having to live with someone's parent. You know, it's just, it's just not good. We need our own space, you know. And part of it's sort of a privacy issue, and part of it is a space issue because it's difficult, you know, when we feel like we can't really have any of our belongings outside of this bedroom. And in the bathroom, despite it being a very large bathroom with a lot of cabinets and drawers, we get one little tiny drawer, and that's pretty much it. And you know, it's just stuff like that. It's not our house. We're just living in the back bedroom of someone else's house. And it makes for some unhappy times. Mom's not mean to us or anything by any means. She's been really sweet to let us live here. I pay her a little bit for rent, but it's not enough. It's not much. You know, we buy our own food and try to be as self-sufficient as we can within the house. But, so we decided to start looking towards having a place of our own. And we thought probably it would be spring because he's just started working again. And we have 3 credit cards essentially we're trying to pay off, plus his student loans, plus a few other little things, my car. And we thought, well, we'll get back on track trying to pay stuff off and then move out. But we started talking about it one day, and his money and my money combined, plus a little extra that he and I make here and there on various things. Thought, well, maybe we could do it, but even if we have to wait, still we ought to start looking at places, because that will give us an idea of what we really can afford, what we're looking at for, you know, square footage or whatever for our price range. First thing we did was go today. Well, you know, he and I looked at a place in Prairie Grove last week, but we went today and looked at one right on the edge of Fayetteville, which is where we want to live, really. It's near or in Fayetteville. So I didn't think we'd ever be able to afford anything in Fayetteville, so I was like, okay, we'll look in Farmington. Found this really nice house. I mean, really nice. It looked cool from the outside. It looked kind of not all that large from the outside. This house in Farmington, and it was in a nice, quiet little neighborhood. It didn't look like there were a lot of, well, I don't want you to think I'm a child hater. I'm not. I just don't like all the noise and the screaming and the riding the bikes and the looking in windows and pulling up plants and everything. I've had some bad experiences with living near children. So we were looking for some place that maybe was adults or even elderly people. Heck, I don't care. I just don't want a whole lot of noise and nonsense. So we're kind of crabby that way. We don't. Anyway, I won't go into that because a lot of you have children. I don't want to offend anyone. Visiting with children that we know, that's one thing. Having them running wild in the neighborhood, committing petty acts of crime is another. Um, so we went and checked it out. The house is huge, and it has an enormous backyard that we'd need a riding mower to keep it mowed, because it goes way down to a stream across some sort of public property that we also would have to maintain. And cool house, like really cool. If we could afford it, I would have gone for it. They wanted $750 a month, which is outside of our price range right now. And Falcon loved it. He was ready to move in, but it's not doable for us. So we had fun looking around, and we agreed that we weren't going to jump into the first place we found, that we're just looking so we can start getting an idea of what we like and what we don't like, and what's acceptable and what's not acceptable to us. And I mean, that place had so much storage, and it had 3-4 bedrooms, couple of bathrooms, nice, good-sized kitchen with a big, kind of an island. Sink was in it, though. A living room, a den, a downstairs room in the basement, finished room. That's the man cave. It's been the man cave for the last several generations of his family that's lived there. Has a scary, narrow little stairway with no rails, and I've dreamed about that stairway, and I nearly screamed when I saw it. So I've had kind of bad dreams involving that particular staircase, and I refused to go down it. It's like, I have a bad knee. I think I'm going to stay up here, which I do, and let the guy and Falcon go down and check it out. Falcon loved it. He's ready to move in, but we would be living very meagerly if we were putting that much money into a place. So I said, well, we're going to Fayetteville to visit Pam at the rehab, and let's go and just drive around a little bit. There's this neighborhood in this area and that one that I think might be interesting. Let's just go and kind of see what we can see. And we ended up in this nice neighborhood. I'm just going to say posh, but it's probably not posh to anyone else's standards. Really nice, though, like fairly good-sized homes. Most of them look to be from the 60s. Looks like the neighborhood was built in the 60s. And I like that. I like something that's got a little history to it, and it's not brand spanking new. I don't like the new neighborhoods with the houses that all look the same and little tiny trees. I like a little history. So, and we were following a for rent sign that we saw. And I said, we're not going to be able to afford anything in this neighborhood, but let's just go and look anyway, just for shits and giggles, right? So we eventually found it, and back amongst all these large, nice houses, very sort of Brady Bunch looking houses, there was a drive, and it said, for rent. I'm like, well, I don't see it. And we pulled in, and what it is probably a lot that was for a house with a really good-sized yard, like for a big house and big yard. But instead, there were these 4 little duplexes kind of set at different angles, so you weren't like scrunched all up together. And I had said that although I did not want to live in an apartment again, the duplex would be fine. So he hated the way the brick looks, and I don't like the brick that much either. I call it vomit brick. I'll show you some other time. I don't like the vomit brick. I like painted brick, but we're not going to live there forever, right? It's just something for a while. And it's super close to where he works, like super close. He wouldn't have to get up at 6 a.m. anymore to get to work, which would be great. And he could come home for lunch, and I could sometimes keep the car and be able to get around and do what I want to do. And I'm so close to all the good stuff. We're like on the high end of town, kind of north end of town. That we got the nice Walmart up on our end of town, and the mall, and it's a nicer, newer area. So, and it has sort of this horseshoe-shaped drive that goes around through it. And so you pull in there, and everybody has their own little parking spot for 2 cars. And you get a little tiny bit of a front yard where this place is. We'd have a little bit of a backyard, kind of a side yard that's partially fenced in. Like, it'd be perfect for putting table and chairs and a barbecuer and stuff. And it's 2 bedrooms. I don't know, maybe 600 square feet. It's not real large, but it's like all fixed up inside. It looked like all the kitchen stuff was new or almost new, and just everything's white with like a brushed nickel, which I love. A brushed nickel silver colored, stuff on the, seems like some of the cabinet knobs, and the light fixtures all in it were that white and the brushed nickel. I like that a lot. And it's got a little kitchen, but I could deal with it. The medium-sized refrigerator. I like gas ranges. This one's electric. I can deal with it. I've had electric before. And I don't think there was a dishwasher. This is my dishwasher right here, as usual. 2 bedrooms. They're small, but I think it'll be fine because we can put sort of computer stuff and my business stuff in one room, and then bed and just the nice, cozy, settling down and sleeping stuff in the other one. And the bathroom is really small, like when you go to a motel, you know, and you get the little bathroom, it's just a toilet. Well, they usually don't have sinks in the hotels or motels, but it's a little sink with a little cabinet that it's in, and toilet and tub, and that's it. It's a very, very small bathroom, but I think we can probably deal with it. And I'll put up some shelves, get one of those things that stands up over your toilet and has all the shelves on it. I'll probably be shopping for that real soon. And the Falcon was more about it because it's so small, but I was like, you know, for our budget, we're not going to be able to find anything big and this private and back in a nice neighborhood, and the cats could roam all around and be happy. So he called the woman. We couldn't go in, of course, so he called one of the numbers that was on the door, and it was a woman who I think actually owns them, and she's in Tallahassee right now going to school, so she couldn't come let us in, but he talked to her about it and asked her, well, you know, do you allow pets? And she says, well, Lisa says no pets. What have you got? And he says, oh, we have cats. She's like, oh, I love cats. Yes, you can have cats. No problem. She says, some people come in here and want to bring dogs. And I'm just like, what are you going to do with dogs in a duplex? And so, no doggies, but kitties are okay. I didn't see any cats out and about, so our cats may be the only ones. Just hope they don't bother people. I think the cats would love it because the street is like so not busy at all. And there's lots of little places to get into and check out. And that's, you know, pretty much it. It's got a little laundry room with a washer and dryer. And they look brand new or real new. And it's got a back door. And it's nice. It's real nice. I think it would be a real good starter place for us. And the best thing is, it is $475 a month. And that included is the water, sewer, and trash. And he said for electric, for these things, electricity never is over $70 a month. Of course, he hasn't met us with our millions of computers and TVs and our crazy electronic stuff. But still, I mean, for right in town, in a good neighborhood, close to everything. Like if I want to go get a drink at Sonic, 10 minutes, I'm back. You know, grocery store, there and back. Not, oh my God, I really want this, but I have to drive 20 miles to get it. Like 2 miles at the most. And I told the man, the real nice guy that showed up, who was the girl's father. Father and mother both came up to show us the place. And I hear you, Justin. Scooter pooting around. You're supposed to be in there shaving. Did you shave already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you not tell?
I don't have my glasses on, do I? Can you not tell?
Why don't you have glasses on? Because you don't like the way you look in glasses in your video?
Because I don't like how it's a reflection of my monitor. It's stupid looking. Anyway, I've got monitor eyeballs with my glasses on. So, the guy that showed us around was super nice, and the lady popped in briefly, and she seemed real nice. And he had the application, and he was like, so you don't have to fill in the stuff about the bank account and the this and the, just put your name and your phone number and some reference, and that's fine. So it seemed like they liked us, and they were more than willing to rent to us. So I think Falcon's going to call him tomorrow and tell him that we want the place and see if we can start renting it the 1st of November. Yee! And we just figured up all our bills, all our credit cards, and all the crap we have to pay every month, and it looks like we're going to be able to swing it. Pay our bills and our rent and end up with like $300 mad money. Did we include groceries in that when we added that up? I don't think we did.
why you snorted like a hog.
I don't know why you growled like a mad dog. And so I'm super happy. I cannot wait. Then I don't have to play Yoville all the time. I'll have my real own personal little Yo apartment. My own Yo pad. He does not like the fact that there's exposed brick in both bedrooms and in the living room, but I kind of like it. I would rather it were red or painted. It's that vomit brick. But I still kind of like it. It gives some texture to the room. It's got a great huge window in the living room. Y'all will see in a couple of weeks. And I'm hoping that the man will also agree to let us go ahead and start moving some stuff in. Nobody's living there. And if we sign the papers and everything, then I doubt that he'd refuse us. He seems super sweet. So my heart is going to pitter-patter because I am so excited and happy about this. And I hope it does not fall through. Nothing happens. Y'all keep your fingers crossed for me. Hopefully I'll be vlogging from a whole new place soon. Or vlogging. This case may be vlog. Alright, bye.